Welcome to Long Range Pursuit, and thanks for joining us. This week, Kregg Thomassen and Cornerstone Technologies co-founder Chad Fraughton hunt pronghorn antelope with the Gunwerks Long Range Muzzleloader at the South Pass of the Oregon Trail in Wyoming. Cornerstone produces live events around the world, helping companies build their global presence. Chad's company was a perfect fit to design the Gunwerks signature logo and branding, and he's also a great customer. He has used Gunwerks rifles to take some monster animals, but he's never had the chance to hunt for antelope.
You know, when antelope hunting, it's more of a game of glassing than it is anything else, you know. We see lots of animals, lots of critters, but you got to have the patience and the right equipment to obviously kind of pick them apart, because there's very little difference between a lot of these.
Chad was looking at the Gunwerks muzzleloader to hunt big Utah deer, so the muzzleloader-only antelope permit in Wyoming gave him a chance to try it out.
You know, it looks like they're just going over. Okay, here's the situation. We just came down, finally got this, finally found a good buck. He comes out, his cutters go straight out, bigger than anything else we've seen. He's with a group of about close to 15 different antelope though, so we're gonna have our work cut out for us to get over there and get in on him close enough that we can actually make a shot with the muzzleloader. Up to our point we needed to get to. These little rocks above us, we thought they were a little bigger than they are. I mean, the highest sage we've got for cover is maybe knee high is all. These rocks don't look to be much more than that, but we're just going to use them to the best of our ability. Sneak up there. We don't know if these antelope are 50 yards over the hill or 800, but this is our best chance to get up there. Just take our time, peek over the top and see what we can find. We know there's 3 or 4 real good bucks. The big cutter buck that we spotted from about a mile back, and hopefully they're just in this valley, settling down. So go to stealth mode. Okay. Stealth mode, engage. All right. Double check your ram rods in the right place. We had them 250 yards, and we wanted to err on the safe of smart, so we didn't load the gun. So they snuck out on us a little bit, but we're gonna move down. We're going to move down probably about 500 more yards and see if we can catch them looking at us again. And this time we've got the gun loaded. I think we're good to go. I think they gave us this look. I thought we had him cold turkey. I think it's time to go back to the truck, regroup. Piggyback? You give me a piggyback?
Hey, I'm Mike Davidson with Gunwerks. On this week's episode, we're on part 4 of setting up your factory rifle, or turning it into a long-range weapon. The next step is we are going to take that rifle back to the range and shoot some drop data. And when I'm talking about drop data, I'm talking about gathering enough information on how that rifle is dropping in order to build a good ballistic turret. That starts in the office on the computer. Now, we're going to go to our g7.com website and use that ballistics program that's there. Now, the BC on this bullet that we're using is published at a 617. A 7 mag with a 168 grain bullet should be going about 3,000 feet per second. So that's what I'm going to put in, 3,000 feet per second. And then our altitude at our range is about 4,500 feet above sea level. And today it's about 50 degrees. So I'm just going to go 4,500, 50 degrees. If I calculate that, basically what it's going to do is print off a drop chart. This is what we'll take to the range with us. I've got some known distances at the range. We'll take the rangefinder, but we'll shoot this thing at, we'll just verify our zero one more time. We'll shoot it at 500, let's say, and let's shoot it at 1,000. So we'll shoot a mid-range drop, and we'll shoot a 1,000-yard drop. Based on what we figure out for drop at the range, we'll come back to the computer here, input our numbers, and go from there. Well, it looks like my 200-yard zero is right on. We just wanted to check our zero, our impact, right before we shoot some drop data, just to make sure we're still on at 200. This is probably the best group I've shot out of this gun so far, and I think we're right on at 200. So according to our drop chart that we printed off this morning, if we're zero at 200 yards, at 500, I've got a target here at 500, I'm going to have to correct 6.5 minutes, or 6.4 minutes. So there's my zero. I'm gonna come up 6.5 minutes. So we're gonna shoot a 3 or 4 shot group out here at 500 yards and just see where our point of impact is. If we're hitting high or we're hitting low, that's gonna be the information we're looking for. So let's just kind of validate that and see if that's really what's happening. Let me just check my range one more time. It's 502 yards, so, all right. That gun shoots pretty good. We got a nice 3-shot group there. I'm gonna stop right there. It looks like I don't have hardly any elevation difference. It's a nice group. We're fighting a little wind, so it's off to the right just a little bit, but there doesn't look like there's much of a spread up and down. So we'll go with that group. And it looks like we're pretty close to our drop chart. 6.5 minutes. My other target that we've got out here is at 950. I'm just gonna double check that real quick. Yeah, it's 949, so we're 950. And it says I need to dial 19.7 minutes. So we'll go up 19 3/4 minutes. And I'm gonna shoot another group on steel out there. And we'll go down and measure it. We'll take that information back to the shop. Shoot another group. Wow, you can't ask much more than that out of a factory gun. I mean, we're about a 2.5-inch group on max, so that's a half-minute gun right there, straight from the factory. You know, we've got a little crosswind here, so my group's off center, but what we're really looking for is, you know, a good tight pattern, but also elevation differences. We've got 2 that are a 1/2 inch high and 1 that's a 3/4 inch low from center, but they're averaging just right on. So, man, that's shooting tight. Let's go check out that one at 950. All right, still a pretty nice group. You know, it's kind of spread out right and left. We're just barely over a minute here, right and left. But what's really impressive to me is we don't have a whole lot of vertical spread. So what we're gonna do now, we can see that we're averaging just a little bit high. We're gonna measure every bullet hole to center. So we've got a plus 3 inches there, plus 3 inches, plus 3 inches, plus 2 inches. So we're averaging 2.75 inches high. So basically what we're going to do, our drop chart had said 19.7 minutes, and we're plus 2.75 inches high. So that's the information we're going to take back to the ballistic program and punch in there. We'll see what that does to our speed. Basically, we're real close at 500, but we're averaging 3 inches high at 950. That's going to bring our velocity up just a little bit according to what we shot here at the field. That's what we'll take back to the shop with us. Man, that gun shoots good. We're going to take this information back to the shop, run it back through that G7 ballistics program, and it's going to create a ballistic profile that we're going to use to build our drop compensating turret for this rifle. Join us again on our next episode. We'll finish up how to set up your factory rifle, and we'll bring it back out here and we'll show you how good that turret's going to work. I'm Mike Davidson with Gunwerks. Tune in again for some more long-range shooting tips right here on the Long Range Pursuit.
Welcome back to Long Range Pursuit. Kregg and Chad are still on the search for a trophy pronghorn antelope, but the challenge in hunting this terrain with a muzzleloader is to get close enough to shoot. Having a 500-yard muzzleloader should help, but Kregg and Chad learned you still have to execute on the fundamentals: ready, steady, and stealthy.
Yards, 2 MOA, dial up to 2. Hold just under 2 minutes.
Dude. My first toad. Thanks, Aaron. Dude.
Could you hear us going?
Yeah, dude. That's so good. Dude, shot right through it.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, brother.
Man,
I love
awesome.
you guys. Gunwerks, like, what other company do you have the owner and the marketing guy come out in the field and allow you to shoot your very first antelope?
Hey, good job. One shot, and you put it right where it had to be. Nice. Let's go check him out.
What do you think?
Nice. He's a good one. He's nice. He's pretty, man.
Oh, yeah.
Great mass down low. Great cutters. Look at him turn in.
Nice heavy.
Yeah, 5-inch on that side. A little bit shorter on that, about 4.
And look how massive he is up here. This is where you get a whole lot of it.
This
score
yeah.
is up here because a lot of them just peter out and just get tiny.
This is what you were seeing.
Yep.
Man.
That's a really nice one.
Really?
It is.
Awesome.
Yeah. That's a really nice one. Yeah. Yeah, we would have shot him any day, any unit. Just a great all around antelope, man.
Chad put his antelope down with a perfect shot. The Gunwerks crew were happy to be part of Chad's Pronghorn trophy, and the Gunwerks muzzleloader passed the test.
You're supposed to smile, man.
I know.
You're supposed to look happy.
I always look kind of serious.
He's got to look tough with that goatee on there, man. What is that thing called
I
anyways?
don't know.
Flavor saver.
Now it's Kregg's turn to shoot. And as a graduate of the Long Range University, Chad is ready to spot the wind. As long as Kregg doesn't live up to his nickname, Ramrod, the antelope will be in trouble. You are watching Long Range Pursuit. With the Gunwerks Muzzleloader, Chad's 250-yard shot was easy. Now it's Kregg's turn as a shooter.
All right, day 2 in Wyoming, early antelope season. Kregg here put me onto a nice buck last night. We harvested him, and now I'm passing the torch to you, my friend. So good luck.
What you got? There's a buck right over there by that pine tree. Okay. Just going right into that ravine right there.
He spent time at the range practicing and has confidence to shoot this muzzleloader at distances considered extreme even for a rifle. If the conditions are right, a 500-yard shot is practical.
Well, this looks to be our goat. This looks to be our buck that we've been after. This morning, Aaron spotted him coming in. He's about 1,000 yards away. He's with a herd of about 30 or 40. It's going to be a little tricky to get in on him.
The hunters try to stalk over the top of the bare hill, doing their best to get in position for a shot before the antelope move out. The buck moves in to get a better look at the odd rocks on the hillside. And while the camera has a great angle, Kregg's prone position is too low for a shot.
I know this is long range pursuit, but I had just the tips of his forehead at what is the 80 yards. Just the rise of that hill, nothing I could do, even if I wanted to try to shoot him right there. But that's the way it goes. We were close.
The buck is still curious and returns for another look.
Let's get down there and let's get him.
It is him. It's him for sure.
It is.
What is he doing? He's pretty curious. Okay, he's 481 yards and 16.2 minutes of angle.
Any wind?
No wind. Right behind him.
I held no wind. Hey.
Did you hit him? Oh, right there. He's down. He's down.
Shot right through him.
Yeah, you did. It looked like it hit behind him because I was at a slight angle.
Oh, dude, look at that. 450 yards.
Great job, Kregg.
Kregg. I can see it came out. Just right here.
Yeah.
Did I scope myself? Yeah, I believe it.
See, that's what I like about you. You never leave me out in the cold, dude.
Bros
And I
to
did
the-
it better than you. I just hope you got a bigger buck than me. Dude,
Oh my gosh.
that's the cool mark, man. I've never saw one down there. Have you ever saw that before, Aaron?
That was a downhill fly.
Hey, only Kregg.
I can get one in the middle of my forehead.
That is the middle of your
Nice
nose.
shot, brother.
Anyway, ended up getting a good rest. Felt good. You know, no wind call, so
Yep.
just held. There's a good quartering shot. I think I might have held just a 1 minute of wind. Whew. Let's go check him out.
Great job, brother. Great job.
Check that out, Chad.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is a nice buck.
Man, he did hook. Look at him. He comes
Yeah.
right to the middle. Man, an inch spread.
Inch.
Yeah. We gave him 2 inches. We kind of fudged that a little bit. Man, great cutters. Oh, what an awesome buck. crazy awesome shot with the muzzleloader. My longest shot ever with the muzzleloader. You know, we know these guns can shoot that distance, 500 yards. Shot was 461. Gave us a good shot, plenty of time.
481.
481?
481, yep.
I guess I owe Chad a little bit of an apology. We just flipped him over to clean him up for some pictures. And this shot was dead nuts in the 10 ring, right there on that front shoulder. You see that, where he went right there. So, anyway, sorry Chad, I guess I owe you an apology. Apparently you can text, listen to your iPod, and eat a cookie, and call the wind.
Yeah, and I accept your apology, but I'm still gonna need you to probably lick my boots.
I'm glad you said boots.
Yeah.
Hunting apparel for long-range pursuit provided by Sitka and Kenetrek Boots of Montana. License applications made through Cabela's Tags. Brought to you by Gunwerks, G7 Optics, Night Force, Hornady, Flatline Ops, and Caldwell Shooting Supplies.
I told Brian, if he killed a buck, I was gonna give him a backflip. Think I can pull off a backflip?
On the rocks? I hope so. Do it, Craig. You better take your jacket off.
Not with cannon tracks on, dude.
Ready? 1, 2.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Oh.